Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be making a very simple, easy to do Christmas cake. This really is a very simple cake. I used 3 6-inch rounds and I am just using a simple box mix. So don't be intimidated at all. You can actually even buy frosting in the tub at Walmart in the bakery section if you would prefer. I'm just securing it with a dowel down the center, just simply because this is a 3-tier cake and not a tier, but a 3-layer cake versus a 2-layer cake, just for a little bit more stability. And because this is a tall, narrow cake, I chose to go ahead and do it from a frozen state versus just cold, just because it does give it that extra stability, and it does tend to firm the icing up a bit quicker when you're starting to ice the cake. And here we are just putting our first layer on, just to kind of get one smooth layer on the surface. And then we're going to go pop it in the fridge for, sorry, not the fridge, actually. We're going to pop it in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes. This is going to give it a chance to really firm up and give it a nice, cool, solid base. And then we are going to put our second layer on. Now I'm putting this on pretty thick. The reason why is because we're going to be using a scraper tool to make lines in the cake and go back and put a different colored icing in there. When we pull this icing away, we don't want to see naked cake, so I want to make sure that I have a really good solid base to start with. And now we are just simply pulling away all the excess icing, and as you pull the scraper across, you're going to see your little spots that don't have icing. And as you scrape those off, you can just add a little bit of icing over those spots and simply run it back around again. And you just do this until you get a nice smooth surface. Then we are doing the top as well and getting a nice smooth surface, so that we can go back with our tool and run it around the edge and get the nice lines. Now you can do whatever color you like here. I chose to do the red just because I thought it looked a bit like candy canes. So we are just squeezing in the red icing in the grooves that we created with the tool. Now we're going to go back and we're going to start to pull that icing off. Don't get discouraged, because this does take a minute. You know, you're constantly pulling layer after layer after layer off. Now as you get closer to being done, and you can really start to see the white, you're going to want to make sure you wipe your blade off with a paper towel, so that you're not dragging across the red icing and then constantly just dirtying your white surface. So it does take a bit of time to do. As you can see, it takes many scrapes to go back and forth over and over just to pull that extra layer off. And it's not perfect. I'm actually making sure that I'm not going crazy with perfection here. I want you to understand that this is very straightforward, is very simple, and very practical and easy for anybody to do. Now we're just scraping off the extra icing around the board, giving it a good wipe to clean it up. And here we're taking sanding sugar and just sprinkling it on the side to give it a frosted, candied coating kind of look. And then now we are getting ready to put our flowers on, but I decide that I'm going to use a little bit of gold luster dust and go around the top edge just to give it a little bit of something extra. I'm just using a gold luster, and you can use any high grain alcohol. you know, like a vodka or something. And just mix your luster dust with that because it evaporates very quickly. And now you can just simply go around the edge of your cake and put the gold on there. And it gives it a nice look also because we have the sanding crystals on there. Now we can keep going around with our pine. I'm using 3 different types of pine. I just went down to my florist and asked for a little bit of pine. I wanted 3 carnations and a couple of berries. It cost me $12. And by doing this, it's going to give it a very high-end look. And just use your eyes, just you kind of follow your heart as you're going. Do what your gut tells you. If you feel like it needs a little something here or there, just kind of do that. Just kind of play with it. There really is no right or wrong. It's just simply whatever you're envisioning your cake looking like. So you can just kind of play with it. This is a very easy cake. It can be one of those cakes that kind of looks intimidating, but it really is a very easy cake to do, and it's very achievable from any level of cake. I mean, like if you're just starting versus, you know, you've been doing cakes for a very long time, this is something that you can do pretty easily. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's a short one, but hopefully this inspires you to make your own cake, put your own spin on it, or just simply try to recreate the same one. Let me know and send me pictures if you can. I would love to see and know if you try to recreate this cake. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you again next time. Bye.